Hey there, it is me, Dr. Brenda B., the Queen Time Machine, because I represent the kingdom's time zone, God's clock, and creation's watch. How you spending? Because you've been given a new deck of 86-4 when a whole lot have not. So it's reasonable. And you don't have to answer me. At least answer to yourself how you spending. Today, let me begin with the end. I am asking, because I have an ask. I am asking if you will give me 1 second for every minute that I post. What do I want you to do in that 1 second for every minute that I post? I'm asking if you will stand with me in solidarity. And I'm not asking permission, but I am just giving perspective as well as an ask, which I know is also an opportunity. And in this perspective of mine, I believe that during creation's watch, this thing that some of us call a dash, interpreted as life, that we can unify on that 1% that we agree on versus the 99 that may divide us. In fact, we may have 99.99% that we can agree on, and it is that 0.01% that we can give 100% to, because 0 never represents nothing, because 0 is always up to something. So don't ever minimize 0. But we can give all of our energy to what may seem like a minute, and a minute also spells minute, and in a minute you got 60 seconds, and all I'm asking is for 1. So, in our solidarity second, I'm asking that maybe you post something. Maybe you share what you're doing in that 10% that I'm asking. Maybe you share my post. Maybe you like it. Maybe you subscribe to a channel. Maybe you just pay forward the concept of aligning around positivity. You know, I don't just come as the teacher. I come as a student, because the teacher must become the student, so the student become the teacher, because we are lifelong learners. A whole lot has happened since the last time I saw you, and it hasn't even been 86,400 seconds since I have. But I do want to ask why. Why do we disagree on things like all of creation having a right to food, raiment, shelter, means to survive, the basic essentials that lead to the pursuit of happiness and liberty and justice for all? Why are we disagreeing on that? I have heard you, and some of you have said, Dr. B, you used to come to us every day with 60 seconds, and you would give us a word, and you would tell us what it means. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a word today. And what is that word? Is the only appropriate word, the word that I'm asking you to do with me. That word is solidarity. What is solidarity? Well, here you go. Solidarity. Symbiotic oneness, like-minded indivisibility, deliberate alignment, respecting individuality, travailing yearns. Solidarity. Symbiotic oneness, like-minded indivisibility, deliberate alignment, respecting individuality, travailing yearns. That's solidarity. And I am in no way being Pollyannic or kumbaya-ish, because pain is real. I know abuse sucks. I know violence leaves war wounds that can go deeper than the heart. I know that. And guess what? Hurt hurts, people fail, systems fail, we fail, and we don't just fail others, we fail ourselves. I am not ignoring any of these facts. We should never ignore them, nor should we ignore the consequences that they bring. But if we're not going to ignore them, then we should also simultaneously not succumb to the circumstances, because we must make a decision in each of these seconds. What is greater, the pain or the prosperity? The pitifulness or the perseverance? And I just believe that we're stronger than any pity party that we have. And let me tell you, we have had some expensive ones. We have had some good ones. We have had some that have brought people together and that have won awards on multiple levels and platforms. But our power, our perseverance, our persistence, and our commitment to solidarity to stand on positivity is greater than the greatest pity party that we have ever had. I believe that. And I believe that I'm talking to some people that do, because if you've listened to me this long, I just believe that you believe enough of my 0.01% or my 1%. I believe that you are willing to give me 100%. You know why? Because I'm willing to give you 100% back. So, even boundaries, those that we have learned to use to protect us, boundaries can be binding once they have lost their purpose, and if they have boxed us out and now have created spaces where false narratives have been engendered and the story is no longer even true for the reasons that we created the boundaries in the first place, that can destroy others. But more importantly, it destroys us. There is no way for us to be destructive to others without being destructive to ourselves. And if we're going to protect ourselves, then we protect others. And we shouldn't protect others from us, because when we do, then we are protecting ourselves from ourselves. And yes, it is a process and we must learn. But if we are committed to the process, then we cannot look destruction in the face without simultaneously seeing deliverance. I ain't going to ask for an amen, but I can tell you that right there deserved one. So healing, I know, is not easy. I got a heart that bleeds, and if you cut me, my blood is red. So when we say, I can feel your pain, I might not be able to feel your pain, but let me tell you something, I feel mine. So I am not minimizing at all our pain, but neither am I underestimating our power to prevail and persevere. I cannot, because in this kingdom time zone, I can see everything at all times sometimes, even when I don't want to see. And I have prayed and I said, God, how could I be so blind? And he said, you've been blinded, but you ain't never been blind, because sometimes you just don't want to see what I'm showing you because of the pain. But if you believe in the power, you may think you're being blinded by the very light that is providing you a path. I'm just talking about the stuff that I have to deal with right now within me. And if it works also for you, then it's worth the post. So, I believe that incrementally, and I recognize it could be incrementally, and it may be in increments of one solidarity second at a time. But what I do believe is that we can discover ourselves and we can rediscover and reestablish a more perfect union for all. Some of us had to learn that preamble, you know. I know that currently it's taken out of the schools, but it don't have to be taken away from our dinner table. Reestablish the establishment. But anyway, let me just say this because some things have happened. And yes, the person that was being detained as a possible suspect in the Brown University situation from Wisconsin has been released, and they are looking for someone else. And yes, the son of the father who did not survive in the Bondi situation, that son is still in critical condition. And yes, those families that have lost loved ones have really lost loved ones, and those names have been released. And yes, it is true that at the Brown University, they are not saying who has gotten in the Ivy School yet, and they are waiting because they are asking for patience. And there are a lot of things that have happened from our house to Hollywood since the last time I saw you. So what I want to say, because I'm at 11 minutes and 36 seconds, which means that I'm asking you for 1 minute and 14 seconds back so far in those solidarity seconds. So let me say, Hanukkah will be heralded. Bondi will be bold. Brown will recover. Christmas will have cheer. Kwanzaa will present with power. New Year will birth. Our world will heal. Because as long as we are willing to ensure and ensue its purpose, power, and product, and that product, yes, we are the product. We, us, we're the product. So be bold and be Bondi. Be brown and be brainy. Be Hanukkah and be harmonious. Rise and shine simply because we can. 86,400, 1,440, 24, 11 digits said in different ways that all mean the same thing. Another deck of opportunity. All of them. All those things that I just said mean the same thing. And guess what? The metronome, that one tick-tock, that one click-tock is ticking. It is. But guess what? We're going to do this one solidarity second at a time. Why? Simply because we can. Because what is solidarity? Say it with me. Symbiotic oneness, like-minded, indivisibility, deliberate alignment, respect and individuality, travailing yearns. We end with the pain. And we start with unity, which means that the circle is always going to have unity, not only pain. So now, I must tell you, it is until soon, because it is yesterday, today, and tomorrow, which is also forever, and it is agape and shalom, and I am Dr. Brenda Bowers, and I am the Queen Time Machine, and I am at almost 14 minutes, exactly right now, 14 minutes. Which means I'm asking for 1 minute and 40. And by the time I get done, maybe it's 1 minute and 50 seconds. Seconds. Every 5 minutes is 300 seconds. Every 10 minutes is 600 seconds. Every 15 minutes is 900 seconds. And I'm always trying to get you as close to 1,000 as I can. Because then all I'm asking is for 100 back. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will be back. It is only until soon. Agape. Let somebody hear from you, including me. Shalom.